Hello everybody, hello my 8th form pupils at Father Benashro Prep School. I've made this video for you to help you better understand the first part of your project work. I have already posted the topic on Facebook, so let's read it together again. So here is the topic. Your best friend Aziz sent you a letter to inform you about a very important decision that you didn't like. Here is a part of the letter. So what do you have here? We have a decision that your pen friend Aziz informed you about and you didn't like it. Okay? I posted a very tiny part of the letter that Aziz sent you, containing the most important information, the information that you need to write him back. Okay, so let's read it together. Okay, so here we have the letter, the part of the letter that your friend Aziz sent you. What did Aziz write? Okay, so I hate school because it's boring and very tiring. Every day I must wake up early and I really hate that, especially when the weather is cold and rainy. All subjects are boring and difficult. Besides, my teachers are strict and demanding. I really want to surf the net, chat with my friends and relax after school, but I can't because I have a lot of homework to do for tomorrow. I think school is not important for my life, so I want to tell you that I will stop going to school. I'll find any job and earn money. I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. Yours, Aziz. So, what do you have in this letter? You have your friend Aziz, who has a very negative attitude towards school. According to him, school is boring. School makes him very tired. The fact of waking up early every morning, especially when it's cold and rainy, is something that Aziz doesn't appreciate. For him, all subjects are difficult, all subjects aren't interesting. Teachers are strict and very demanding. After school, Aziz wants to surf the net, chat with his friend, and relax, but he can't because of the loads of homework he has to do for tomorrow. He told you that school is not important for his life, and I think this is a very dangerous statement. Okay, it's not good for a boy who is your age to think that way. Then he told you about his decision, which is stopping going to school. So Aziz is going to leave school and look for a job. He will start working and earning money. Okay, of course you are not going to like your friend's decision, so you are going to react by sending him back a letter. Okay, so what are you going to do in your letter? So you didn't like Aziz's decision to leave school, so react by writing him back a letter in which you are going to convince him not to stop going to school. First, by telling him about the benefits of education and by giving him some advice so that he will like school again. So, as you can see, you have two major parts: benefits of education and giving Aziz advice. A letter or what else? So I think the majority of you will write a letter. Okay, so here you have writing. Of course, it's a letter that you're gonna send to your friend, so it will be an informal letter. A very few people will perform a role play, so here we don't have writing, we have speaking. For those who gonna perform a role play, I will explain things. So the first thing they should do is to choose the role. So each pupil will choose the role that he or she is going to play. The first pupil will play the role of the pupil who is going to leave school. The second pupil is going to play the role of the pupil who is going to convince him not to. Second, you should sit together and start writing the play, the conversation. Then each pupil should learn his or her role by heart. Then choose a place, it must be calm, and start enacting the conversation. Okay, and of course you need a third person who is going to video record your role play. Okay, let's move. For those who are going to write an informal letter, they must respect the format and the layout of the informal letter. So here is an example. So on the top here you should write your address, your full address. Just underneath you must write the date. This is how the date should be written: January 14th, 2015. You must start your letter by writing Dear Aziz, Dear Friend, Dear Nermeen, whatever. I suggested Aziz, but you can choose any other name, okay? Or you can keep Aziz too, as you like. Of course, here you have the body of the letter. At the end, yours, and just underneath it write your name. For example, yours, Omar. Okay, we move. Parts of the letter. So as I explained earlier, you have two parts. First, you're gonna tell Aziz about the benefits or advantages of education. Here, benefits and advantages are synonyms. And you're gonna give Aziz advice to make him like school again. Let's start with the advantages of education. I'll give you some information. What are the advantages or the benefits of education? The first advantage, enlarged knowledge, and here we have an arrow, become cultivated and knowledgeable. Okay, what is the meaning of enlarge here? Is to make something large. Okay, it's the verb. We can use enlarge or broaden to make something broad or large. This arrow, as you can see, expresses consequence. Okay, of course here you have notes, you don't have sentences, so you need to write full sentences in your letter. Okay, so the sentence: education allows you to broaden your knowledge. As a consequence, you will become cultivated and knowledgeable. Here the verb allows, it's like the verb permettre in French. It has a synonym in English, which is permets. It's like permettre in English. Okay, so you can say education allows you to broaden your knowledge, or education permits you to enlarge your knowledge. So this is the first advantage. The second advantage of education: develop your intelligence and acquire new skills. So in the previous advantage, we've used allow. In the second advantage, you are going to use a new verb, so it's synonym, which is permit. So education permits to develop your intelligence and enables you to acquire new skills. We use permits and we use another verb, which is enable. The third advantage: get a good job in the future, have a comfortable and successful life. Okay, so here we are going to use the verb help. Education helps you to get a good job in the future. Your life will become comfortable and successful. The fourth advantage: make new friends, have fun. Going to school makes you able to make new friends. You will have a lot of fun with them. Okay? So these are the major advantages of education: broadening your knowledge, developing your intelligence, helping you get a good job in the future, helping you to make friends and to have fun with them at school, etc. Okay? Now giving advice. First, what is an advice? This is the second part of your letter. You are going to give advice to Aziz so that he will like school again. Okay? So here you kind of changing his attitude. He has a negative attitude towards school now. Now you are going to give him advice so that he will have positive attitude towards school. Okay? First, what is an advice? An advice is an opinion that you give to someone about what's good for him or her to do. There are many words, verbs, and expressions that can be used to give advice. So let's see them together. We can use these three model verbs, which are should, ought to, and had better. Should, ought to, and had better are modal verbs that express giving advice. The verbs that follow them should be in the infinitive form. I mean the base form of the verb. I give you some examples or some advice. First, you should brush your teeth 3 times a day. So, as you can see, after should we have the verb brush in its base form, in the infinitive. Jessica ought to work hard this term to improve her marks. So, after ought to, the verb work is in the infinitive. You look sick and tired. You had better stay home. The same here, we have had better plus stay in its base form. I mean infinitive form. Okay? In addition to should, ought to, and had better, we can use other things. We can use the verb advise or the expression it's advisable that. You can also use the verb advise. Example, I advise you to work hard to get good marks. So, here advise someone, which is you, to do something, okay? Here be careful. There is a difference between advice, which is the noun, and advise, which is the verb. Advice with C is the noun. Advise with the S is the verb. even the pronunciation is different. The noun advice with the s sound. The verb, however, is advise with the z sound. Okay? You can also use it's advisable that, you plus base form of the verb, or infinitive. It's advisable that you work hard to get good marks. So work here is in its base form. Okay? So we have should, ought to, had better, advise. It's advisable that, to express or to give advice. Advising Aziz. What advice can we give to Aziz to make him love school again? Here I will give you some ideas, okay? The first advice. You should make friends at school. This will make you love school because it's the place where you will meet your friends and have a lot of fun. The second advice, you had better work hard in order to get good marks. As a result, your parents will be so proud of you. They'll buy you whatever you want. The third advice, I advise you not to leave school because it's important for your future. You should go to school and study. Otherwise, you will be ignorant. Besides, you will not get a good job in the future. So, the adjective ignorant here, its opposite is cultivated. Okay, it's the opposite of cultivated and knowledgeable. The fourth advice, you ought to be attentive in the classroom, participate and do your homework. As a consequence, your teachers will be nice with you and very encouraging. Linkers of addition. While writing, don't forget to use linkers of addition. This will help you link ideas and make your writing more coherent. Linkers of addition are moreover, in addition, furthermore, and besides. I give you example. Here the linkers of addition. You must use them in the first part when you write about advantages of education, and in the second part when you give advice to Aziz, okay? The first example, education allows you to, the idea here, education allows you to, plus advantage. Moreover, it helps you to, another advantage, okay? Before moreover, we have full stop. After moreover, we have a comma. The second example, you ought to, advice, full stop. In addition, you should, another advice, full stop. Furthermore, it's advisable that you, another advice. Besides, you have better, another advice. Moreover, in addition, furthermore, besides, plus, comma. Okay? I hope that I am helpful. I hope that I further helped you understand what you should do in the first part of your project work. I also hope that you take this project work seriously, because at this level it's very important for you to write and also to speak. Okay? Good luck. Goodbye.